Spiderettes. Fiber Spider back again with a live stream. Happy New Year. There's nobody in the chat at the moment, but that's okay. Happy New Year to all of you that may be watching this later on upon the reposting of this, the recap. I'm talking to myself. This is kind of unnerving. I hope all of you are doing really well today. Oh, there's somebody in here. Hello. Actually, can I see the chat this way? Top chat, live chat. All messages are visible. Okay, there we go. Close. Okay. Hi, Rose. Hi, Pamela. Hi, Amy. Hello, everybody. Hello. Happy New Year, everybody. Okay, this is okay. This is kind of what I was afraid of, that all of a sudden, like the chat would go like a ticker tape. Hello and Happy New Year's, everybody. I know it's been 3 years. Yes, believe it or not, yeah, it has been 3 years since I have done a live stream. And I thought, you know what? What better time to do it? So you can't stick around. Oh, I'm sorry. Hello, everybody. My goodness, the chat is just flying by. My goodness, there's 122 people in here already. Whoa, I feel so loved. I haven't aged a day. Oh, I don't know about that. I was looking at thumbnails from when the last time I did a stream. Yeah, I looked younger then. Happy New Year, everybody. My goodness. There is a plethora of people in here. Hey, Michael. Oh, hi. Okay, so I do have a little bit of happy mail. Oh, pie shell pattern. I hope, well, okay, if it's the knitted one, you might not want to knit and watch at the same time because, fixing knitting stuff can be tricky. I know this only too well. Well, hello, everybody. Oh, you guys are so awesome. Michael, thank you for joining. Yes, I had to say hello on your live earlier. See, I am so out of practice with doing live streams here. I like to join other people's. Yes, we all looked younger yesterday, Joyce. That is very true. I'm used to Razel, Raziel. It's okay if you have to sleep. That's okay, honey bunny. Um, I'm so used to going on other people's lives. I haven't really done one of my own in 3 years. So yeah, I'm 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 kind of gonna wing it a little bit. Um, so everybody doing good? Everybody have a nice New Year's? Me, it was very quiet. I did not watch the ball drop. Personally, I think it's kind of overrated. Um, I didn't, I've never even seen the ball drop live in Times Square. Um, I'm very about big crowds. I have a lot of social anxiety. Um, your emotional support work hubby is here. You got this. Thank you, Michael. Oh, Juan's in here? I did not see. Well, if Juan's in here, hello, Juan. Um, my mom's okay. She's doing good. Um, she was playing, it was either canasta or Mexican train earlier, and she kicked some butt. She's really good like that. Gary, hello. Panda, hello. Sup? My goodness. Um, yeah, the last time I remember I was in New York for like a big thing, it was I think on the 4th of July, and somebody was throwing firecrackers into the crowd and there was a stampede and it was terrifying. Mind you, this was when I was 13 and I'm 45 now. So it was terrifying. Um, so generally I try to avoid large crowds that are hopped up on the holidays. Hey Gary, good to see you too. Oh, all the peeps are here with all the things. Yeah, Jasmine, it was terrifying. So I like a more subdued environment. Now, what I was thinking, oh, thank you. It's the waffle beanie. Um, I was thinking about, you know, trying to do more live streams and also have, you know, guests on as well. It's something that I'm going to need to work on and figure out, you know, all of the semantics, mechanics, and, you know, etc., etc. Lucas is here. Hello, Lucas. Hi, I didn't see the message. It's flying. You'll have to forgive me. It's just going like a ticker tape on crack. Um, hello, Lucas Yarns. Hello, hello, hello. Was so nice chatting with you the other day on the Christmas Eve stream. It's nice chatting with you. We have so many peoples here. It's so exciting. Oh, so good to have you here. Oh, so yeah, like I said, I do have a little bit of happy mail, just a little bit here. And I also do have one package out of the happy mail, which I'm really excited about, because I know exactly what it is. And I was, oh, thank you, Michael. I was hoping that I was going to get this package this year because it's kind of like a tradition, if you will. Thank you, Panda. This is the waffle hat. I do have a tutorial on it somewhere or other. Yes, yeah, Catherine, the Christmas live was really awesome. I had so much fun. Yes, Happy Mail is a good thing. First, I do have a postcard with a lovely puppers, a lovely little puppers. Dogs always look like they're smiling, don't they? So this says, "'Tis the Sea Sun" from Wendy and Coda the dog. Got a little starfish wearing a Santa hat. That's really cute. Very, very cute. Thank you, Wendy and Coda. And then we also have from Florida. This is from Judy. Thank you, Tiny Hurricane. Sorry, I'm just reading the chat. You don't go to the theaters? Yeah, I don't go. I haven't been to the theaters in a long time. My mom suggested that for Christmas, you know, we do Chinese takeout and go to the movie theater. I'd rather watch Netflix. You know, you can pause it, you can take a bathroom break. Happy New Year, Juan. You know, and you don't have to deal with like people behind you like kicking your chair, or people in front of you that have like a really big hairdo, or people who are on their phone or whatever. Wait, I missed something. Your package should be at your mailbox. Oh, that's Samantha talking to Juan. Sorry, my bad. So I prefer being at home most of the time, you know. Russ, hey Russ, over at It's Raining Yarn, check out his channel, everybody. And of course, MDL, you know, Michael, we all love Michael, and Juan, and Lucas, and Gary, and Rose. It's so nice to have all of you here, it really is. So, like I said, this is from Judy. And I'm having trouble getting it out of the envelope. There we go. There's just one rule when it comes to making snow angels. Yes, I used to make snow angels way back in the day. Always make them with a friend like you. Merry Christmas. Oh, that's sweet, Judy. Thank you. I feel like I know you. I get your tutorials and your reading and cooking. You have taught me so much on crochet. Thank you. Love, Judy. Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much. Russ, how can we make Craig blush? Do you really want to go there? I'm afraid I don't have any fur babies. I don't have any cats, but I have a little llama. Does he count? Twitch's little tail. Yeah, actually, it was one of my viewers. Her husband made this cute little guy. And I also have a sheep. Ah, yes, I have a sheep as well. He is so talented. It hurts. I mean, look at this. The detail is incredible, isn't it? So thank you, thank you. Now I got a couple more cards as well. Now this next one, I'm pretty sure I know who this is from. This is all the way from Texas. Where's my spider? He's around here somewhere. You know, you love the stuffies. They are cute, aren't they? Yeah, so this one is from Texas, and my mom also got one as well, which I thought that was incredibly sweet that somebody sent her a card as well. You know, it was addressed to my mama. I'm like, it was in my P.O. box. You know, oh, the chat disappeared. Interesting. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. How did I come up with my channel name? The verbiage sort of rhymed in a way, you know, fiber, spider, you know, and I'm like, well, I'm kind of like, you know, stitching the night away like an over caffeinated spider, you know, just, you know, burning the midnight oil. So this is gorgeous. This is a diamond art card. How pretty is that? All those little gems were glued on there. So pretty, isn't it? It says thank you on the back. And then on the inside, says, we wish you Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Wishing you a Merry Christmas and a healthy and happy life in the upcoming year 2025. Your friend, Mary Beth. Mary Beth, thank you so much. It's so good to see and hear from you again. So pretty, isn't it? My mom got one too, and she has it, you know, in a little place of honor next to where she works. Thank you. And then I have 3 more cards. This one is from Karen in Colorado. Yeah, it is a piece of art. What was for dinner tonight? I didn't eat yet, actually. I do have, well, my mom went out for Chinese earlier and she brought me home some pork lo mein and an egg roll. So I'm totally going to have that. You know, last night, I'm trying to remember what I had for last night. My mom brought me some leftovers from when she went for Italian. I'm just, you know, I'm the garbage disposal for leftovers. What can I say? So this is from Karen in Colorado, and it says, let it snow. I wish we could get some snow here. I really do. Have you watched Netflix, The Squid Games 2? I have watched, I think it's the first 2 episodes of Squid Game Season 2, and it is, so far, it's like a slow burn. So far, so good. Really enjoying it. Oh, thank you, Carmen. Yes, if you would like to hit the like button, please go right ahead. You know, also donations, super chats, by no means expected, but always appreciated. You know, I'm sure that some of you are suffering from the after effects of the holidays and, you know, Christmas present shopping and so forth. So all good. So Karen writes, may the magic of Christmas be with you in every season. Hope you have a wonderful time in the coming year. Your friend, Karen. Thank you very, very much. Yeah, we had flurries. Russ, thumbs down. It is LMFAO. Why are you always so scutchy? Why are you always so scutchy, Russ? Yeah, we only had flurries like once, and it, you know, it didn't amount to anything. You know, do you have a sun bunny? Wait, who said that? Who said that? Samantha says, do you have a sun bunny? No, I do not have a sun bunny. I mean, I know the expression, you're no bunny till somebody loves you, but no, I'm bunnyless at the moment. Michael, love you for everything you do, the support, and for being there for me and all of us. Love you more than you know. Oh, thank you so much. Gonna heart that. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate that. Oh, and Russ, Thank you. Russ from It's Raining Yarn, he sent in a, a donation as well. Thank you so much. Actually, today it was like 50 degrees. It was really warm. Um, let's see. I will make you one. Oh, you mean a sunbunny as in like a stuffed animal? I thought you meant a boyfriend. Silly me. No, I don't have a sunbunny or a sweetheart. No. But that would be lovely. Thank you. Um, Whoosy Wetskis, what was I saying? Yeah, what I would really, 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 really like would be some snow. Um, Yeah, you're definitely not getting snow at those temps. Yeah, at 50 degrees, no. 80 in Miami. Well, the thing is, when it's 80 in Miami, it's so much worse because of the humidity, right? Here, we get humidity, but generally, even though we live on an island, it's not that bad. And you would think, thank you, Florence. I hope you have a blessed New Year too. Um, Even though we live on an island, we really don't get snow until like January, February. I would like it to December, you know. Oh, Daytog has fibers for Ricky. Thank you so much. Thank you. I have to heart that. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to get my hand in the way of the camera, but I'm also scrolling and so forth. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Oh, you guys are so sweet. So it's Dacta, Daqtagh. Is that Dacta, as in like doctor? Or should I just say Ricky? I hate mispronouncing names. I do apologize. I could say Ricky. That I think I can get right. Oh my goodness. You guys are so sweet. Oh. Any fun projects you are looking forward to working on this year? Well, I mean, I am working on a bunch of different things and so forth. Just go, Ricky. Okay. Um, well, I mean, I'm working on a bunch of different stitching techniques. Um, Jennifer, you are so very welcome. I always try to go the extra mile because I learn best through repetition, and I figure other people do too. And if you don't like me doing the repetition, well, you can always fast forward. But that's why I like to put in the timestamps in the videos as well. So, I try to make everybody happy and walk the delicate balance. Elizabeth, I've learned so much from you. Thank you. Well, thank you so much. That's so sweet of you. I'm giving you a big old heart. Thank you. DiamondGal, can I ask you a question? Oh, and Tony says, where do I live? I live in New York, Long Island, New York. And so that was, whoops, Diamond Gal wants to ask a question. Sure, I guess, as long as it's a clean question. Um, what is my favorite color? I like earth tones, green, um, like rusty reds and browns and taupes and that sort of thing. Earth colors, fall, autumn colors, those are my absolute favorites. Think autumnal. That's why my clothes are either usually in a gray scale or a sort of like a rusty brown scale. Um, just did the divine hat. Oh, Red Heart Super Saber Ombre. Yeah, Anemone is really cool. I have used that. Um, the Red Heart Super Saber Ombre, the colorways are gorgeous. Are you going to make any more fillet patterns? I imagine I will, Diamond Gal. Um, let's see, my favorite show of yours to do. Oh, the shawl of your, it's the prayer, butterfly stitch prayer shawl. Um, let's see, I feel like I know you. Thank you for everything. Really, you're very welcome. Um, Monkey see, monkey do, Carmen. Yeah, no, I mean that's the thing. Sometimes I find also um would you like me to send you some goat hair? If you mean for spinning, I haven't spun anything in a long, long time. So I'm afraid that it would just sit there. If you were sending me some like raw fiber. So I would say save on the shipping, I appreciate it though. I definitely appreciate it, but if you're meaning for like me spinning yarn, it's probably not going to get much usage, unfortunately, because I've been busy with um, other projects and things, but I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Um, I'm sorry. I'm getting very inundated and distracted by the chat because I'm trying to answer everybody's question at the same time. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Um, I feel like squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. I'm freaking out a little bit. That's why I haven't done a live stream in 3 years. Um, Currently working on a ribbed beanie. Love the blankets. Oh, I'm glad you like the fillet. Yeah, I would like to do more fillet patterns. Actually, I've been working on a technique that involves fillet, but it's a little bit different. I don't want to give the cat out of the bag. Do I have any moderators? Um, Not to my knowledge. I mean, I really haven't done any live streams in 3 years, so I really didn't think it was necessary, but maybe I will at some point. Hello, Lulu. Um, maybe if I do live streams more on the regular. Hi, Jen. Hope you're doing well. Um, yeah, send me some pics. Do you control your Facebook? Well, if you mean the Fiber Spider page, technically yes, although honestly, I am hardly ever, ever, ever on my Facebook page. Um, uh, Samantha, we'll see. Um, like I said, I hardly do lives, so it really doesn't seem like a big necessary thing. Um, But yeah, I'm hardly ever, to be perfectly honest and perfectly frank, I'm hardly ever, ever, ever on Facebook at all because, I think that social media has a place and it's important and it's a good way for social networking and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong. However, I'm much more focused on doing the videos, the tutorials, and spending my time on doing this stuff as opposed to um, you know social networking and that sort of thing. um, you know uh, I have nothing against Facebook. I'm not a big user of it myself because that's like a rabbit hole that you can fall down into and spend countless amounts of time on. And I would much rather work on focusing on tutorials and projects for you guys. I think it's a bit more constructive, a bit more proactive in, you know, trying to give you guys, some good content and stuff. So that's why I'm not on, social media or Instagram or TikTok or um, all that jazz and stuff. I'm much more into the tutorials and the audiobook readings and the cooking videos and um you know that sort of thing. Now I didn't forget I would like to do a video on how to make my mom's cheesecake. um and Do you know how to crochet a penguin? Do I know how to crochet a penguin? Does this answer your question? I know how to crochet a penguin. Yes, I did a tutorial on this guy a long while ago. You know, he's so cute, isn't he? Yes, I know how to crochet a penguin. Um, uh, what was I saying? Yes, yes, the cheesecake. I would very much like to do a video on how to make my mom's cheesecake. The recipe she got from my grandmother on my dad's side, and God knows how long my grandmother had that recipe for. Um, I would like to do, um, a video on that. My time has been scattered here, there, and everywhere. Quite frankly, I haven't been to work much lately, but I've been busy as all get out. with working on projects for upcoming tutorials. So, because I have to go back to work tomorrow, and then on Friday, I get to go to the dentist. Yay. Have I ever done mosaic crochet? No, but that is something to do that I intend on doing. Will you ever see my mom cook with you? No. I've tried. I have totally tried. Um, uh, I missed something. What, the bad W word? I missed something. How can I send you a suggestion for a pattern? Well, you could always, let me see, scroll down. You could message me. My teeth will be perfect. My teeth will never be perfect as long as I've got a sweet tooth. Oh, work equals the bad W word. Yes. Yeah, well, tomorrow I have to go back to work. Friday I have a dentist's appointment. I haven't been to one. I'm going to be full disclosure. I haven't been to a dentist since just before COVID. So I really need to go to the dentist. Um, and then I have work again on Saturday. I do have a tutorial lined up for Saturday, not to worry. Um, uh, but no, my mom will never be on camera, unfortunately. I have begged her, I have asked her. Um, I think I told this anecdote before. When uh, she wanted to know what I wanted for Christmas, and I said, well, if you could just make the cheesecake and I could film you making it, that would be the best Christmas present ever. And if you were to talk trash about me while doing it, people would love it even more. um, and she reclined, not reclined, she declined. She does not want to be on camera. She's very camera shy. Hello, Sarah, from here to Brazil. What do I do for work? Well, YouTube is work. It's full time. However, I do have a normal job. I work at a library as a circulation clerk. It's sort of like Planet Fitness. I check things in, I check them out. I check things in, I check them out. Um, Cherry, glad you like the smocked Celtic weave. Um, Yeah, I mean, I wanted her to be on camera, but if she's totally uncomfortable with it, you can't force her to do anything she doesn't want to do. But it's not it's not for want of trying. I have wanted her you know, to join, but can't blame her. Esther, good to see you. Um, how do we check you out? No, the books, because it's a library, checking books in, checking books out, dealing with, library cards and that sort of thing. Checking the guys in and out is not working. Russ, you little dork. You're, you and your mom remind me of Howard on Big Bang Theory and his mom. Don't let her hear you say that. I don't think she would appreciate that. oh, oh my goodness. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to scroll the chat. There we go. But yeah, I've worked at the library now for, I want to say maybe 8 years, I think, ish. Where do you message me? Well, you could message me on my Etsy store. You can send me a message there if you want to. Because I generally, like I said, I'm never on Facebook really, but my Etsy, I do scroll up and check my previous comment question. Julie, sorry. Looking. Still looking. I do not see it. Scrolled up quite a bit. I do not see it. Okay, sorry. Whoa. There we go. All right, sorry. I see you favor the spider on the curtain, but what happened to the spider I made for you? Actually, he's up further. He's on the curtain rod, actually. So no, he didn't go nowhere. He is up there. Actually, can I do that really easy? See, there he is. He's hanging out up there. Hello, Vixen. So if you mean the one with the pipe cleaner hands, that's him up there. So I don't know if that's the one you're referring to. Oh, and let me scroll up. Julie RE, type your question, please. That's okay. I'm sorry, my brain is totally fried right now. You know, because I'm trying to talk in my normal way as well as answer everybody's questions. Julie, let's see, about the temperature blanket, Julie. Yes, that one. Okay. I don't have a noticeable New York accent. I've been told that. I think that most people think of okay, my chat isn't like automatically scrolling. Good evening, Sherry. I think when most people think of a New York accent, they think of like a New York City, like Jersey, Brooklyn, Queens kind of New York accent, you know, or a like a painfully typical Long Island accent, which is, you know, hey, how you doing? It's me from Long Island. How you doing? You know, that sort of thing. You know, or like when you think Boston, it's like, I'm gonna go park the car in the yard, you know, not too far away from here. You know, I'm probably butchering that. Um, uh, well, Thrifty, good to have you here. Um, but as far as having a specifically Long Island accent or a New York accent, I speak. I speak. Well, thank you, CRS. I do try. Is the spider at the top of the drape real or not? It's crocheted with pipe cleaner legs. It's totally not real. You with a Long Island accent is giggle worthy. Uh, Hi, Lena. How you doing? Or sorry, Lene. Excuse me. I missed the I at the end. How you doing? Actually, I do have cards from Lene, rhymes with Renee. In fact, you sent me two. My goodness. Long Beach, California. Oh, question was about the Cal temperature blanket for the new year. I haven't done a temperature blanket. I tried doing one once, and I didn't keep up with it, to be perfectly honest, because that takes a lot of fortitude, which I don't have. It also takes a lot of stick-to-itiveness, which I don't have. But I did try doing one once, and I was just sort of like, it was a commitment that I couldn't keep up with. So let's take a minute, and I got some cards. So yeah, both of these are from Lene, and they're both dated on the exact same day. So I don't know which one to open first, to be perfectly honest. Both were sent or received, sent on December 23rd. So let's open one of them, shall we? Oh, thank you, DSP. I have run into a dilemma. My hands go numble. I'm sorry, Esther. Yeah, mosaic crochet is cool. I haven't done any tutorials on it really. I mean, I've done some knitting of that, but not really crocheting. So we got ourselves a lovely little card with some cute little birds. So cute. I do dark before light. I do have a tutorial on this. This is the waffle hat. And inside, Lene writes, may the beauty of nature fill your heart with peace and joy throughout the year. Merry Christmas, Lene. So sweet. Yes, the birds are very, very sweet. Actually, they sort of remind me, I don't know if these would be chickadees or sparrows. but they're adorable regardless. And I love cherry blossoms, although these seem to be more like berries than blossoms, but still sweet. Very, very pretty. And then we have another card also from Lene, because Lene is very sweet. Learning cables at the moment. If you mean knitting cables, I give you a lot of credit. Guess what you're getting for Festivus? Nothing like the rest of us? A donation to the Human Fund made in your name. Happy Festivus. Hi, Fiber Spider. It's me, Lene again. You would have this before 12/23, which is Festivus, but I was in something for my daughter's wedding, which is alas her birthday. The 20th, I came home sick, so everything is either late or canceled. Happy Festivus, Lene. I'm sorry you weren't feeling well, honey bunny. I'm sorry, but thank you. You know, I always say it is the thought that counts. Um, you know, I very much appreciate it. I love hearing from you guys. You know this. What are you currently reading, Fiber Spider? I started Mary Shelley's Frankenstein the other day, and I'm loving it. I did read that book a long time ago, actually. Um, um, no, actually, right now I am currently, hi, Robin, currently reading Interview with the Vampire by Anne Rice. Really enjoying it. Got pretty far, actually. I've only got a little bit left. You know, it's really good. It's very, very, very different than the movie. I mean, I've seen the movie a million times. I only read the book like once before, easily decades ago. Um, and it's funny though, because for any of you that are familiar with the book or the movie, in the movie, Louis, Brad Pitt's character, he turns a woman into a vampire. And that woman, her name is Madeline. She's got like a 2-minute role in the entire movie. In here, there's a lot more depth and backstory and so on and so forth. Actually, the movie Interview with the Vampire, it is on YouTube, actually, in the movie section, but they butchered it. I was so annoyed with YouTube for the way that they butchered the movie. Um, so disappointing because they cut out stuff that I guess they would find objectionable, which is amazing considering some of the stuff that they have on YouTube. Um, the death of Santiago, the trickster vampire, it was like completely taken out. When Claudia has a surprise hidden underneath her pile of dolls, that's cut out. You know, they really, really butchered the edit on that one. I'll be the first to say. So if you are going to watch it, watch the unedited version. Okay, however you can find it, watch the unedited version because it makes more sense. What they did on the YouTube cut, nah, nah, not happening. But this really, really good. I still have a couple of yes, yes, Ricky, yeah, the Santiago's death is taken out. Yeah, you know he's dead, but you don't know exactly how he dies. Um, so it's disappointed. Wait, is Matt the Rock and Crocheter here? Yes. What's shaking, Matt? How you doing? Good to see you, buddy. Hello. Um, let's see. Wait a minute. Any yarn shopping trips planned yet for this year? Actually, no. Robin! Happy New Year, Craig. I enjoy watching you. I'm looking forward to all the exciting things you have in store for us in 2025. Hugs and love. Robin, thank you so much. You get a heart. I'm trying to do the heart. There we go. I'm sorry. I haven't done a live in ages. I'm doing all this on my phone. I do apologize. And Rose Garlands, hello, and Julie and Matt, Samantha, and Susan and Ada. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. Hit that button. Tony, bye for now. Thank you for joining us. Yes, Robin, thank you. Oh, you guys are awesome. Yeah, also, Huziewski's. So there's the Netflix, it wasn't made for Netflix, but there's the like made for TV version of Interview with the Vampire. I've been watching episodes of that. It's season 1 on Netflix right now. I have a couple left. I haven't been binge watching. I've been sort of like parceling them out, so that I can like add some, I'm trying to stretch the soup, so to speak. And I've been really enjoying it. And I believe that there's a second season. There might even be like a third. I don't know, but I'm enjoying it at any rate. Okay, so the Vixen! For the hours of joy and giggles you have brought me in a difficult time. Big hugs. Vixen, thank you. Trying to hit that heart. Trying to hit that heart. I'm having issue. There we go. I hit the heart. Thank you so much. Netflix has it now. Wow, AMC must have been hurting. Yeah. Interview the Vampire season 1 is on Netflix. And I don't know if they will ever have season 2. It would be nice if they do. But we'll see what happens. Okay, I desperately need a sip. I'm getting parched. Gotta have my caffeine. I still do drink my brewed tea, although I kind of fell back into my old habit of drinking soda. But when I go to work, I always bring in a thermos full of tea. So, are you hungry? Um, I'm getting there. I mean, I didn't wake up until like about 2-3 p.m. And usually I don't eat until like midnight anyway, or later. Um, Speaking of food, this I believe is food. You done the Magic Lantern flight, DiamondGal? I hope you liked it. Um, and wait, I saw something. Julie, would it be okay to suggest a great YouTube channel for Mosaic Crochet? She's just released a book last year too. Sure, go ahead. So this is from Mrs. Haynes Moravian Cookies in North Carolina. These are what I have been hoping for because I have gotten these in previous years. And let me tell you something, they are awesome sauce. They are really good. And the chat needs to go up a little bit. There we go. Yeah, these cookies are really, really good. They are, if they're the ones that I think of, they are simple, yet they are awesome. Okay, the chat doesn't want to. Fiber Fox Studios is a wonderful mosaic crochet. Cool. I do plan on doing more filet, yes. Diamond, you do all the fillets. Thank you. Yeah, these cookies are really, really, really great because they are so simple. Simple is sometimes a good thing. Oh, this is from Bobby. Oh, thank you, Bobby. So very much appreciated. Yeah, these are Mrs. Haynes Ginger Crisps. These are awesome. Yes, so you really should check these out. These are Mrs. Haynes Moravian Cookies. I would be surprised if they did not have, oh, they do have a website, www.hanescookies.com. And can I get into here? Because they do a heck of a job on packaging these. They do a good job. I feel like I'm opening up a can of sardines. There we go. Now, how they package these, I think, is actually really cool. especially since they are going through the mail. Check this out. Oh, the smell of the ginger. Oh! Okay, so look at this. So they are stacks that are wrapped up nice. And then inside, so there's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these little stacks of cookies. Check this out. These are so good. I'm sorry if you don't mind. I am going to have one. Look at that stack. That stack of cookies. And they are crisp as all get out. Look how thin they are. These are perfect with a cup of tea or cocoa or coffee or what have you. They are awesome. Mmm. I've been missing these. Thank you so very much, Bobby. I really appreciate it. I've been getting these, pretty regularly. And it's become sort of a holiday treat for me, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Well, I know they aren't Oreos Panda, but these are nice. These are really something special. Yeah, I thought that I had these last Christmas too. They're really good. You're welcome, Monica. Whatchamacallit? I'm sorry. Am I still on Instagram? I have not done anything to do with Instagram or Facebook in a very long time, to be perfectly honest. I don't have the time. Frankly, I would much rather spend my time working on tutorials than social media. I think that social media does have its place, not denying that, but if I'm going to spend hours and hours and hours on something, I would much rather spend it on doing tutorials and giving you guys new content and new projects and things. I'd much rather put my focus and my energies on that. So if that's disappointing to some of you, I really apologize, but I'm much more of a doer, when it comes to my, my craft, I mean, I don't know. Oh, thank you, Amy. What is your favorite coffee machine? Actually, I don't have a coffee machine. I mean, I have a coffee pot. I get, the ground coffee. I put it in the top of one of those filters and it brews. Like I don't have a Keurig. I used to have a Keurig, but honestly, I didn't care much for it. I prefer, going hardcore and brewing up a pot of coffee, that way I can have more say over like, how many cups and so forth I want. Also, the thing is, I find that the little plastic pods, is wasteful. Uh, that is why I meant a coffee pot. It's just like a regular coffee pot. It's nothing special. Um, have anyone seen the tutorial on the Celtic blanket? I have. Wait, somebody wrote something. I didn't know you did live videos. I'm glad I found this one. Actually, I haven't done a live video in 3 years, so you lucked out. Any new designs on patterns for hats? Maybe. But yeah, as far as coffee, I mean the pods. That's to me that's annoying. I know that they have like like a pod, like a refillable pod that you can empty out and so forth. I mean that's essentially the same thing as like a tea strainer thing. I'm fine with a paper filter, doing a regular coffee pot thing. I'm old school. What can I say? Just regular coffee. Matt, dude, You shouldn't have. Happy New Year's to you, my friend. You rock. Well, you rock too. Thank you so much. That was incredibly generous of you. Dang, boy. Oops. Trying to hit the heart. There we go. Thank you so much. Actually, I don't grind the beans. I prefer pre-ground. I don't need it to be barista fresh. I'm totally fine with that. Matt, again, thank you. So very, very kind of you. Fiber Jazz, thank you. Thanks for being you. Well, thank you. Geez, you guys are so incredibly sweet. Yes, Matt, you are the boom, you're the bomb, you're the shim diggity, all that fun stuff. We won the lottery tonight. We made it live, Craig. Amy, so sweet, you guys. Oh, somebody was saying, how do you make Craig blush? Yeah, keep doing that. I'll start crying, if that's what you want. Um, oh, you guys are so sweet. Um, as far as flavors of coffee, I mean, I love hazelnut, absolutely. Not so much of a fan of uh, cinnamon per se. Um, but caramel's all right, vanilla's cool. Um, but I hazelnut is my Jimmy Jam. Love hazelnut. Um, oh, Cecilia, I hope you like that, the Magic Lantern fillet. Um, Michael was absolutely not crying on his live. Yes, he was. He was crying. He was getting all misty-eyed. I saw him. Yeah, French vanilla's cool, hazelnut's cool. But I mean, regular plain old coffee is good too. Um, uh, I usually get mine from Walmart. I am very much no frills. I'm a very easy to please spider. Um, Vanilla caramel cream is good in coffee. That sounds tasty. Actually, I was looking to see how you can make your own um, uh, hazelnut coffee by doing like a hazelnut extract, like making your own hazelnut extract to make your own hazelnut coffee. But the process, I mean, you have to get actual hazelnuts. So at the rate that you do all that and you put all the time and the work and the effort into it, it's probably cheaper just to get hazelnut coffee. I mean, I like making stuff from scratch, don't get me wrong. Um, but sometimes it's more cost effective to just do it yourself. If I could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go and why? Samantha. Where would I go? Preferably somewhere not populated. I love the quiet. Like I don't know, somewhere like very distant and bucolic and woodsy and snowy and um I don't know, something like that maybe. Like Canada or Maine or something like that with like acres and acres of, quiet woodland forest around me, that sort of thing. I mean, if you're talking about country, I mean, Ireland would be cool. England would be cool. Um, mm, I don't know. I haven't really thought about that much. If you could eat one thing for the rest of your life, what would it be and why? Mm, that's tricky. I mean, I would be inclined to say potatoes because they can be cooked in so many different ways, and I love spuds. But if I could only eat one thing for the rest of my life, it would mean that I would probably inevitably end up hating that. So it's, it's kind of counterintuitive because if you really love something and you could only eat that one thing for the rest of your life, you're going to grow to hate it, right? Variety is the spice of life. Um, your backyard is full of hazelnut trees. The squirrels love them. You lucky booger, Barbara. You lucky, lucky booger. Actually, I did see a really neat thing on YouTube on how to collect acorns and process them in such a way where you can make like flour out of ground acorns that you have, harvested and, removed some of the tannins from, and so on and so forth. Decent zombie titles, let me know. Let me know. Zombie movies, I love zombie movies. I've seen a million of them. Zombie movies, vampire movies. Um, I love that genre. Actually, they're really, really good zombie movie that was much more of a buddy movie. It was called The Battery. It's probably still on Amazon Prime. It was really, really good. It was almost like Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, but if it were a post-apocalyptic zombie movie. Um, zombie books. I haven't really read any zombie books per se. However, there was a really good vampire book that they were sort of zombie-ish. It was I Am Legend by Richard Matheson. They were vampires, but they were very slow, sluggish, and stupid. They were not quick-witted and pithy. No, they were just sort of like animated, blood-sucking zombies, essentially. Panda zombie books. That'd be an interesting thing. Um, let's see. Have you tried making, what was that? Have you tried making SHAWII made out of acorns? Millie's my name. Shall we? I don't know what that is. I haven't tried making anything out of acorns. Unfortunately, the squirrels around here, the squirrels are, they're greedy little boogers. At one point when we first move in, the squirrels would knock on our doors looking for donations. You think I'm making it up? I'm not making it up. The squirrels would actually knock on the storm door because there were people in the area that would actually go out with bags of nuts and feed the squirrels. Um, Necroscope, awesome vampire book. That sounds good. Matt, I need your suggestions. Text me later. But yeah, the squirrels, they are very precocious around here. More so, the deer are a bit of a problem. There's a ton of them in the area. It's very dangerous to drive around here, especially at night. I've had a few incidents with them, but not within the past couple of years, knock on wood. Let me scroll the chat up a little bit. Have you watched Anne with an E before? No, but I've heard of it. I think my mom watched that, actually. Let's see. Zombies are cool, though, Bertha. I am very much a night owl. Yes, I am. Oh, yes, I did, Matt. I did see the trailer for the new Nosferatu. That looked really good. If you haven't seen it, the original black and white silent one, yeah, it was good if you can get past the fact that it's a silent movie. But it was 1979, Werner Herzog, that movie of Nosferatu. Now, that was good. That was really, really, really good. Well, actually, Fiber Jazz, I Am Legend was a good movie, but the better version of it was called The Last Man on Earth with Vincent Price in the 1960s, which was a much more faithful adaptation of the book by Richard Matheson. So, and Vincent Price rocks my world, so no question about that. But yeah, and also like I don't know, I just didn't care for the whole CGI aspect of the movie I Am Legend. Um, you know, hey Lorraine, how you doing? But saying something, and then I had a squirrel moment. Yes, Vincent Price, Karen, he rocks my world. It's like if you could have like a meal or a drink with somebody living or dead, who should it be? You should play through Last of Us. Possible. I would love to have tea with Vincent Price. Tea with like finger sandwiches, cucumber sandwiches, with a nice pot of you know, Earl Grey tea. That would be awesome. He's the man. Or um, uh, if I still drank, it would be having a drink at a small bar with Peter Sellers. Um, that would be awesome. But I don't drink anymore. Um, yes, the Omega Man with Charlton Heston. Yes, the order was first the book, which was I Am Legend by Richard Matheson. Then it was The Last Man on Earth with Vincent Price in the 60s. Then in the 70s, it was The Omega Man with Charlton Heston. And then whenever it was I Am Legend with Will Smith. you know, I mean, it's such a great story that they did it 3 times over. But if you haven't read the book, I would totally recommend it. It was very awesome. It's really basically it's like a vampire plague, and you have this one guy left that isn't infected by the disease, and he's trying to like deconstruct vampirism um, into psychological and physiological terms, taking out the supernatural aspect of it. It was very interesting. Wrote a paper on it in college. It was a course on science fiction. We had 2 professors for that class. One was an English professor, the other one was a science professor. And between the 2 of them, it was a very interesting course. One of the books that they wanted us to read was Dune. I could not get through it. I tried. I could not get through it. Um, Darth Mom, if it's a choice between Vincent Price and Christopher Lee, I choose Vincent Price. Christopher Lee, I'm sure he's lovely, but he always comes off as being sort of holier than thou. Like, I would feel, I wouldn't say intimidated by him, but to me, he seems like a bit of a Karen. Like, you know what I mean? Um, or Peter Cushing or Peter Lorre. I love them. Dune was a dud. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to read it. I wanted to like it. Um, but I couldn't get into it. I mean, also because the appendix had glossaries. I mean, I kept flipping back to the back of the book to understand the lineage and who was saying what and why and what planet, and I was too far removed. Um, Soylent Green is People. Yes, Soylent Green was an awesome movie. The only downside to Soylent Green was Charlton Heston. You know, um, yes, Ray, I'm sure I have them around somewhere. I have no organization skills whatsoever. I apologize, but I'm sure that they're around somewhere. Um, Charlton Heston, he's like 90% ego. Um, he just sort of struts around like he's the bee's knees. It's like it was a long time since Ben-Hur. Okay, he needs to chill himself a little bit. What is my favorite crochet project? Probably Sweet and Simple. Granny squares. Um, I really like granny squares, because they're very versatile. House on a Haunted Hill, Ellen, yes, it is an awesome one. I love the movie. Um, the only downside with that one is that one woman who is always hysterical, screaming her head off the entire movie. It's like, lady, here's some Xanax, chill. Go to your room, have a pill, go to sleep, you'll be fine. Because if she just stayed in her room, she would have been fine. She didn't have to go out and interact with everybody. She would have been fine. Um, but yeah, I think perhaps the granny square is my favorite because you could just do one really, really big square, or you could do a lot of little squares. You can join them in a million different ways. It's fun. Um, Actually, the skeleton in the house on Haunted Hill, I think it was a real skeleton, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think it was like a prop skeleton. I think it was real. Um, uh, they could leave her out of it. If you're referring to the girl in House on Haunted Hill, yeah, like she was not necessary. Um, Hello, is that Lana? Hello, Lana. Thank you. Hello. Um, I let's see, having tea with Alfred Hitchcock, that would be amazing. True, true. Very true. Um, I don't know. I mean, I know Hitchcock, I'm pretty sure he was English, but something tells me, I don't know why, but I think with Hitchcock, like having sloppy joes or something, something a little bit more sustaining. Am I crazy? Or like a chicken pot pie with with Alfred Hitchcock. I don't know. Could be weirder. I should read I Am Legend to us this year. Can't. What if I could, but I can't, Barbara. I have to go with pieces that are public domain. That's the one thing. That's why all of the audiobook narrations that I do were written a long time ago. Let's see, horror movie rules: always fall over when running away. When finding a good hiding place, make lots of noise. CG, you are so right. Yes, The Birds was a really good one as well. But there was that song that the kids were singing in the school. The kids deserve to die if they're singing that. You know, they deserve to get attacked. Psycho, I liked better though. Psycho, Rear Window, loved Rear Window. I especially loved the nurse that was helping Jimmy Stewart. Loved, loved, loved. Rear Window. That and Psycho, I think, are my favorites. But would love you to read The Importance of Being Earnest. That was Bronte, wasn't it? Was it Bronte or was it Oscar Wilde? I can't remember. Yeah, and they always go upstairs or in the basement. Exactly. You have to find, a place with exits. Oscar Wilde. Okay, thank you. Actually, I had started doing a reading of the Picture of Dorian Gray, and I never finished it. I feel bad about that. Actually, really, really, really good horror movie. If you haven't seen it, I'm pretty sure it's still on Netflix. I haven't finished reading The Patchwork Girls, Cindy, but I do plan on it. Really, 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 really good horror movie. If you haven't seen it yet, I'm pretty sure it's still on Netflix. It's called It Follows. It's really good. It's really good. A little bit graphic, not horrifically so. But no, it was very, very, very good. Would totally recommend it. It definitely was extremely atmospheric. It did pay homage to Georgina. Thank you so much. Thank you, Chicky Baby. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I'm trying to do the heart. It's not letting me. Georgina, thank you so much. That's so sweet of you. Thank you. Let's see. Scene where it follows the tall man. Let's see. Where the tall man follows into the bedroom and has to bend down under the doorway. Yes, yes. So Amethyst, you know what I'm talking about. The Changeling with George C. Scott, that was really, really good too, actually. Haunting of Hell House, yes, that was a great one, actually. The book was even better. It was just called Hell House. That actually, I think that was also written by Richard Matheson. I think it was just called Hell House. That was really, really good. Let's see. Yes, It Follows. Check it out. Where are you doing this live stream at? I'm in my bedroom, where I do all of my tutorials and everything else. I am very, very low maintenance. Can't help it. This is my studio. This is my sleeping quarters. This is my storage. This is my everything room. Can you believe we've already been on here for an hour? My goodness. But yeah, It Follows was really, really, really good. Trying to think of another really, really good one. Pet Cemetery. Okay, the original one, it's dated, but it's really good. Judd Crandall, he was perfect. Absolutely loved that. Salem's Lot, that was really good. Again, the original, the remake with Rob Lowe, I don't really like Rob Lowe, sorry. Thank you, Patty. Okay, the funny thing though about the original Salem's Lot is, so the main character, Benjamin Mears, is driving around this Jeep, and every single time he tries to close the door on his Jeep, the door does not close. And by a couple of hours in or so, and he's trying to close the door and it keeps flopping open, you can see him getting annoyed with the door. It's really, really funny. He's like, slams the door and it just like bounces open again, and you see him getting annoyed with the door. The special effects, yeah, they're cheesy, but it was a great, 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 miniseries. It was like a two-parter, I think. Um, actually, yeah, I do have it. It's like right over there. A little too far to reach though. Um, but yeah, and then they did a contemporary version with Rob Lowe as the main character. Um, and then I think they did it as a series not that long ago. Haven't seen that. It's okay. It's all good. Um, but I mean, if you're talking Stephen King, I mean, The Shawshank Redemption or the original novella, Rita Hayworth and The Shawshank Redemption, and that was good. Rose, have a happy new year. Love the scary movies. Thank you so much, Rose. So sweet. Trying to hit that heart. Trying to hit the heart. I'm trying to hit the heart. Thank you. Thank you so much. Young Frankenstein. That was hysterical. When they're doing Play It on the Reds. Yeah, Young Frankenstein was really good. Love that. Growing up, I was more of a Spaceballs fan, but as I grew into my immaturity, I rather enjoyed Young Frankenstein, especially Igor. Loved him. Oh, it's okay, Dara. I'm here. And you could always watch, the video as it's going to be on later if it's it's all right. Uh, Rose, you have a friend in Craig with the movies, meaning the scary ones. Yeah, I like horror movies. What can I say? Phantom of the Opera. May the Schwartz be with you. Yes, I noticed that your Schwartz is as big as mine. um, you can't go past it first movie. Well, I saw it chapter one. I never saw it chapter two. I mean, when I was growing up, it was the televised version of it with Tim Curry. Now that was good. Ooh, Tim Curry was awesome. Um, he did a really, really good Pennywise, I will say. He very, very much so did. Terrifying, to be sure. But very, very effective, very, very good. Um, what else? Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original. Bram Stoker's Dracula. You know what? I think what I liked most about Bram Stoker's was um, Monica. Thank you, honey bunny. That's so sweet. Thank you very much. I love the Victorian uh, time period, very, very much so, and the outfits. The set design, the outfits. Really, really loved just that alone. Uh, Keanu Reeves, it was hard to take him seriously. However, what's his face that played? Was it who was it that played Dracula in Bram Stoker's Dracula again? Who was that again, please? I can't remember his name. I'm struggling here. Sorry. Gary Oldman. Thank you, Londa. Um, yeah, he did such a great job. And then when he's, in London and he is dressed up with like the purple little shades and the top hat and so forth, it's like, damn boy, you're the bee's knees. Seriously, I mean, oh, it's no wonder that Mina fell for him. I mean, let's be real, people, please. Even with the really thick accent. I mean, that was awesome. The visuals were really good. Loved it. But yes, it is a bit dated. The nurses in Silent Hill are terrifying. Yes, Rocky Horror Picture Show is absolutely awesome sauce. Robert Englund at a sci-fi convention. Oh, you lucky duck. He did well. Okay, Robert Englund, he was best in the first one. Okay, he was best in the first one. After that, it became very tongue-in-cheek, and I know that they were trying to mix comedy with horror, but it would have been better if they just stuck to the horror aspect, I think. Um, oh, Samantha, I'm sorry, honey bunny. I hope your tummy feels better. Um, what was I saying? I was saying something. I get sidetracked so easy. I do apologize. Oh, right, Freddy Krueger. Because by the time, like part three was still creepy. It had a little bit of tongue in cheek, but by part four, it was just like, okay, you're going for gags, you know? The original though, I thought was great. The remake of the original, I thought was also pretty good, actually. It kept up with the times. Also, it gave more backstory to Freddy, which I thought was, a welcome addition. So that's always cool. Um, yeah, things, all the things and stuff, mostly things. Um, yeah, Texas Chainsaw, I mean, the original one was definitely good if you can stomach it. The vast number of sequels, prequels, remakes, and so on and so forth, give me the original one where they had like a very, very, very low budget. I'll stick with that. Thank you much. Um, what else? I mean, Poltergeist. I mean, that's a good one, that poor girl though. Oof. Um, what else? What else? What else? What else? I mean, well, like, but the Poltergeist, the first one was the best. The second one, I don't know what they were thinking. The third one, it's like the special effects got better, but the acting got worse. Um, yes, Escarla, I am alive. Okay, The Conjuring, the first one I liked. Okay. With the what was it, the mirror music box sort of thing. That one I liked. I think it became a little bit tongue in cheek. The Poltergeist in England, that one, I think that was the second one. It was okay, Um, but actually, was it Sinister with Ethan Hawke? Is that the one that I'm thinking of? It's the true crime writer who finds home movies in his attic. Robin! Oh, thank you, Robin. So sweet of you. Thank you so very much. Much obliged. Trying to hit that heart. Trying to hit the heart. I'm trying to hit the heart. I'm still trying to hit the heart. I apologize. Come on. Okay. I tried to hit the heart. Yes, The Haunting from 1963. That one was awesome. Yes, let's do the time warp again. Sinister was great. Is that the one? Gotta get some sleep. 3. Oh, Ricky, listen, you take care, hon. Thank you for joining. Well, Robin, thank you, thank him, thank both of you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. What was I saying? Was it okay? So Ethan Hawke in Sinister, yes, with the home movies and the demon guy. Um, that one, um, that one I thought was really well done. The sequel though was garbage. The original one was really good. Um, The Exorcist with Linda Blair, that was a classic. The book was actually really, really good too. I think it was Peter William Blatty or William Peter Blatty. I've got a thing with names. What can I say? Um, uh, let's see. The Other, 1972, not sure about that. Insidious, that's the one with like the red room and the key and so forth. And I wasn't really huge fan of that one. Um, let's see. Two-weight bamboo yarn. Really like the waffle stitch, but I'm afraid it will be too heavy. Well, maybe if you use a bigger hook, make it a little bit lacier, like a bit, like more drapey, maybe that would help. Um, Matt, I forgot about the theater scene, and my gremlins were watching AWL with me. AWL? Don't know. Samantha, teaspoon baking soda. Silver Bullet. Misery. Ooh, yes, Matt. Misery was awesome. Um, Well, yarn therapy with Ruth, what size hook? I would say swatch. Do a bit of swatching first, because everybody's gauge and tension is different. So I would say swatch, swatch, swatch. Definitely. Um, the Shining Red Room. Actually, very, very interesting about The Shining. I did see sort of a documentary about The Shining, um, about sort of like hidden meanings in the movie that weren't necessarily in the book, but they were in the movie. There's a lot of analysis regarding The Shining and how there was implied abuse, with the father abusing the son Danny. Um, and I mean, it's a whole rabbit hole of conspiracy type theory of um, the father abusing his son in not just a physical way, but like in eh, a very way that I'm not going to go into any detail and so forth. But it was interesting, because they took bits of symbolism from Stanley Kubrick's version, and I'm like, maybe there's some credit to it. I don't know, but the original Carrie with Sissy Spacek, that was really good. Sissy was awesome. I thought it was rather fitting though, and I don't think I'm reading too much in the symbolism with that version of with the original Carrie. When Carrie is in the little prayer closet, the punishment prayer closet, where there's a little crucifix of Jesus there, who has, very curly hair and so forth. I think that actually, if you if you sort of stretch it a bit, at the end of the movie, Carrie kills her mom by basically crucifying her by throwing knives at her mentally. And, she's like, you know, crucified to the wall. Her hair is essentially the same as the crucified Jesus, and she's in the, arms out pose. Am I right? Am I wrong? What do you think? Am I reading too much into it? What do you think? If you're familiar with the original version of Carrie, you know, she lived like a martyr, died like a martyr. You think? Sarah, you think I'm right? Yes, the original Alien was really, really good. I love John Hurt. Unfortunately, he was the first to go, but I love John Hurt. Um, Well, I mean, Cujo was creepy, but the creepy thing wasn't so much the dog, it was the isolation aspect of it. I mean, you could say that Cujo and Alien are actually very similar because it's the whole thing about being terrified of being isolated and, like in space, nobody can hear you scream. That was the tagline for Alien. With Cujo, it's like they're stuck in a car that won't go anywhere in the middle of nowhere. The only help that did show up ended up getting dead. Um, you know, I mean, okay, Susie J, if you're a mystery girl too, you have to check out, it's called And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie. It's one of my favorite mysteries ever. Ever. Okay. Diamond Girl, I can't take Amityville seriously because the whole thing where it was like purported to be a true story, and then there was a lot of, debunking and so on and so forth. I can't get into Amityville, even though I live a hop, skip, and a jump away from Amityville, in the grand scheme of things. Um, Gerald's Game, read the book, haven't seen the movie. Um, eh, eh. I remember reading that when I was like 16. Yeah, not good. Um, First time I've made your live. Well, unique, amazing stripes. This is the first time that I've done a live in like 3 years. So I'm sure that my chit-chatting is all over the place because I am so out of practice doing lives, and I do apologize. Um, my mind is a bit scattered. Um, you know, Mike Flanagan is a genius. I don't know where that's from or if that's from something. I don't know. Uh, yes, Agatha Christie is awesome. I mean, the only thing that I really read of hers was a little bit of Miss Marples, and and then there were none. Mike Flanagan directed Oculus. I think I saw that. That was about the mirror, like a haunted mirror. Saw it. It was like, um, we are getting to know you better, and we are so, so happy. Well, thank you. You know, I honestly, I don't think I'm that interesting, but yeah, 10 Little Indians was another title that they used for that. Over time, the title of the book, and then there were none, it has undergone many, many changes. The original title was really, it was really racist, the original title. I'm not even gonna go there. And then it was 10 Little Indians, and then it went from being Indian Island to Soldier Island. Um, yeah, the curly-haired crucifix and the way her mom was impaled. Yeah, I love little details. Um, M. Flanagan directed Gerald's Game, Haunting of Hill House, and The House of Usher. Oh, well, the Haunting of Hill House, the Netflix series, that was good, but they took a lot of liberties. I mean, the names of the characters are the same, but in the Netflix series, they're all related, they're all family members, but in the original book is much more close to the original 60s movie, The Haunting. Um, from Long Island, New York, but live in the Poconos, Pennsylvania. I wish I were in the Poconos. Poconos are nice. Um, yeah, the book was what was her name? She also wrote The Lottery. What was her name? Shelby? Shelley? Not Mary Shelley. We've Always Lived in the Castle. Julie Christie was in A Haunting. No, I mean there was a blonde girl. Shirley Jackson. Thank you, Sarah. Shirley Jackson. It wasn't Shelley. It was Shirley Jackson. Yes, the book, the Haunting of Hill House, really, really, really good. Would totally recommend it. A lot more backstory, but then there was also the Haunting with Lily Taylor and Catherine Zeta-Jones. That was garbage. You know, yeah, Rudyard Kipling is another one that tends to be very non-PC. It was a different time back then, you know. I mean, by today's standards, yeah, it's not PC. By those standards, it was the thing, unfortunately. But we can grow from that. Um, Children of the Corn, yeah, that was pretty creepy. That was pretty creepy. I mean, looking at it now, it's rather humorous. But I think the only actually creepy aspect of the Children of the Corn was the very, very beginning when the children take over. Other than that, they're cultists. They're kids. They don't know any better. Um, the it was more of a short story, actually. I don't even think it was like it wasn't a book. I don't think it was long enough to be a novella. I want to say it was a short story. Good night, Bertha. Thank you for joining. Um, um, Boozy What's You live with the children of the corn. Uh, Actually, I think the explanation later was that there was like a fungus in the corn that was driving the kids crazy and having them like giving them hallucinations and so forth. The Omen was good. Yeah, the original one. I mean, they did like 3 or 4 sequels to that, but no, the original one was good. Um, yeah, I don't do crowds. Yeah, that was Darlene. Yeah, I don't do crowds. Oh, Esther, thank you. Okay, DiamondGal, when you say under the stairs, if you mean the people under the stairs, that was a Wes Craven movie. Roach was hysterical in The People Under the Stairs. Rosemary's Baby, yeah. Love that movie. The book was actually really good too. The book was Ira Levin. Ira Levin wrote, I'm pretty sure it was Ira Levin who wrote Rosemary's Baby, who also wrote The Stepford Wives. If you think about it, the two of those are like this. You have a young couple, they move to a new place. They think that the neighbors are a little bit weird. The wife is suspicious that there's something nefarious going on, but the reality is worse than what she thought. It's the same thing. Burnt Offerings, that one was really creepy. Karen Black, wackadoo. Wackadoo. Um, actually, hang on. The one you were talking about was the revival of 2012. Actually, no, I was talking about the one in the 70s with Sissy Spacek. People Under the Stairs was fantastic. I mean, it's cliche by now, but it was good. Little Girl Who Loves Down the Lane, really, really good. Yeah, that was Jodie Foster, a very young Jodie Foster, but that one was really good. Loved that. Oh my goodness. The chat turned dark, didn't it, with all the horror movies and the horror books. Eh, you know, what can I say? It's a cool genre, you know. It is cool. Um who's he what's it's well, I mean, speaking of genres, I'm right for my video game channel, Fiber Spider Games. I've been working on filming videos. Yes, Cole, Silence of the Lambs, that's a really good one. Um, on my video game channel, Fiber Spider Games, I've been playing um, Baldur's Gate 3 again, which is a lot of fun. Good night, Russ. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much. Um, yeah, I play an elf druid. I can turn myself into other animals, and it's a lot of fun. And the dialogue is great. It's a great story. Um, um, and then I've just started playing another one as well, actually. It's a lot of fun. I like doing the video games, you know. It's not just the one channel. I figure doing video games on this channel might alienate some people, so that's why I did a separate channel for my video games. It's fun stuff. Try to get some good rest, Russ. I know it's been difficult reacclimating, but I hope you get some good rest. Michael, thank you. Yeah, I read Panda's comments on the gaming channel. I really appreciate it. I tried reading the Great Gatsby, Kimberly. I couldn't get into it. It just wasn't my cuppa, you know. Um, but favorite video game. That's hard. That's a tricky one. What is my favorite video game? I don't think I have a favorite. I mean, there are ones that I really like, others that I didn't like so much. I mean, Minecraft is cool, but it could use uh, more of a story, I think. Um, Alice, Sweet Alice, that one was messed up and dark. My gaming channel, Cole, is Fiber Spider Games. I usually have it in the description box um, of my normal videos, the link to that. Um, but I mean, yeah, Minecraft is cool. Horizon Zero Dawn, I thought was really, really good. I mean, right now, Baldur's Gate 3 is awesome. It's not easy, but it is really awesome. The Puppet People, if you mean Attack of the Puppet People, where there's a doll maker that shrinks people, that one was a really good one. It's very hokey, but it's good. Um, um, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, yeah, that was a really, really good one. Um, Trying to remember the author of that one, but yeah, that one actually it's told from the perspective of Chief Bromden, which was very interesting. Um, oh, thank you, Lulu. Thank you very much, and thank you, Barbara. I have a lot of fun. Um, it's okay. You don't have to be a gamer. That's okay. Sometimes it's just fun to watch. I mean, I watch a lot of YouTubers that have video game channels, and I like to have them on and listen to them doing their commentary as I'm doing some sort of stitching project. It's a lot of fun. And there's a ton. of video game channels out there. I mean, a ton. Uh, yes, Ken, Night Mother with Sissy Spacek, that one makes me cry. Night Mother was really, really good. Actually, for a drama class, I did a soliloquy that Spacek said, was speaking in that movie. It was a play that they turned into a movie. Um, really, really good. Um, Unique Amazing Stripes. Yeah, flashing lights can be a little bit of a problem. Um, I do understand that. I mean, there are epilepsy warnings on some games. Some don't have it, but should have it. Um, but no, I like doing the games. I think it's called Cana Bridge of Spirits. I started playing that today. I will be releasing videos of that relatively soon. Um, Hello, Christy. Or is it Crystal? It's Crystal, sorry. Please do this more often. Can you let us know when? Love TV, Criminal Minds. Um, Body Double, haven't seen that one, Ken. Actually, this wasn't quite planned, me doing a live stream tonight. It was kind of planned, but not really, because I don't like making promises that I can't keep, and I didn't know if I was in fact going to be doing a live today. But I thought, it'd be a fun way to start the new year. Um, let's see. Polia is really fun, cozy. Yeah, I only have PlayStation 5. So if it's a PC game, can't play it. Um, Elizabeth, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining. I've never played Call of Duty. I'm not so much into the war games. I'm more into like role-playing games or cozy games or that sort of thing. As far as doing live streams more regularly, maybe I will. I'm not saying I won't, but I don't like to say definitively I will be doing one, however many times a month or whatever, because I don't like giving misinformation and I don't like disappointing people. So I'll try. Does that work? does it work? Kimberly, late last night, not last night, but the night before. Tommy knockers knocking at the door. Right? Something like that. It's been a while. Um, uh, oh, sorry, Ellen. Hope you feel better. Um, but I think I would like to try to do lives more this year. Um, not promising nothing, but I would like to do more. As far as the when, this was sort of a fluke because I'm off from work because of the holidays. If I were to do a live stream on a more regular basis, I would think, maybe on like a Friday night if I'm not working the next day, maybe. Um, I'm, I'm sort of spitballing ideas here. Um, oh, Ellen, good. Glad you're feeling better. Edward Scissorhands is awesome sauce. Yes, it is. Amy, no, I said I'm not promising nothing. Don't you be scutchy. um, wait, what was that? Uh, oh, well, I'm glad I could help with pleasing you guys for doing live streams again. I would like to. Don't get me wrong. Um, what kind of work do you do? I work at a library. I check in people's returned books. I check them out to people. It's not glamorous, but I do it. Um, uh, but yeah. So I'm thinking if I were to do them more regularly than a 3-year hiatus, I would say like maybe on a Friday night, at about like 8-ish, maybe. You know, I didn't want to do it during, dinner time here. So I'm ballparking it, if that's a fair statement. Let's see, the chat wasn't moving. Scream, Pretty Peggy. Well, Ada, you say you would love to work in a library, but a lot of people think it's quiet. It's not quiet. Libraries have changed over the past couple of decades. Yeah, it is. It's like anything but quiet. It's actually very noisy some days. If we have a lot of programs going on, there's this one guy who does a program for the kids. His name is Jester Jim. Yeah. Right off of the lobby, we have an auditorium, and he gets them really hopped up and gets them all riled up, and he's got his microphone. He's like, how are you kids doing? And they're like, yay. And he's like, I can't hear you. And they go, yay. It's a library, but yeah, you'd be surprised. Sometimes they have various programs. Sometimes they actually have concerts. Libraries have changed a lot since I was a kid. Yeah, you do need headphones. Actually, there are a lot of people who do come in wearing headphones to cancel out the noise, believe it or not. Um, but yeah, yeah. Um, my goodness. All right, so listen, I think we're about to wrap it up for tonight because I am I'm a little um because this was not expected, and we've been going for an hour and 41 minutes already. My goodness. Mm. Oh my gosh. But when we hit the hour mark, I'm like, we can still go in. um do they still have actual cards? If you mean card catalog cards, no. If you mean library cards, yes. Um, we still issue actual library cards. However, you wouldn't know it based on the number of people that never have it with them. So they just like show their ID, and we can look up their account with their ID, which is how most people, do that. um, Oh, thank you, Michael. I'm glad that you and Russ and Juan and Lucas and everybody could be here tonight. I really appreciate it. And listen, everybody that uh gifted, donated money, you guys, thank you. Seriously, I really, really very much appreciate it. It's not why I do the lives by any stretch of the imagination, but it's really appreciated. Okay. Um, it's very much appreciated. And I'm very okay. Now I'm gonna get all teary-eyed. Damn it, Michael. um, I really do appreciate you guys being here and everything. And it's thank you. Um, okay, now I'm getting verklempt. So yeah, I do think it would be fun to do, more, live streams throughout this upcoming year. Um, as far as the when and the where, I don't know. I would like to be more regular than every 3 years, but um, we will see, you know. But yeah, I'm thinking spitballing, ballpark, maybe on like, if it's going to be a specific day, probably on a Friday, probably in the mid evening, like 8-ish. Okay, so thank you, Panda. Um, so that's sort of like ballpark. If it were to happen, that's probably around the when and the where that it would happen. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. So again, want to thank everybody very, very much for joining me tonight. I hope you had fun. I know that I was in a million different directions, and a little bit squirrel scattered. Um, so I appreciate you guys, bearing with me and rolling with me. I really appreciate that. And for the cards and the cookies, thank you so much. And for the super chats, thank you so much. Just an overall encompassing big thank you. Um, Ew. Penguin hugs, and thank you so much. And you know what to do until next time, right, guys? I want all of you to stay inspired, stay caffeinated, stay stitching, stay safe, take care of yourselves and each other. And yeah. It's like, yeah, I do the outro so many times. It's become like second nature to me. Listen, guys, just thank you, seriously. And this year is going to be fun, and I'm glad that I get to spend it with you guys. And mwah, thank you so very much. And I think if I hit the X, that would end the stream. I think. I'm not sure. It's been a while since I've done this, but so listen, guys, everybody, thank you. Good night and good luck. Bye for now, everybody, and have a good one.